Hi, just give me a minute. I'm just gonna pin this comment here. Oops. I just hold on. I'll just tell you what I'm doing. Dubai calendar. Okay, just a minute. Hold on, hold on. I think that's right. Okay. I'm gonna pin this. Yeah. Hi. Yes, you're ready for chocolate pots. So I'm making chocolate pots today. Okay, let me go to my working place. So hi guys. Yeah. So first of all, Ramadan Kareem to everybody. I'm doing this live with the Dubai Calendar and the Dubai Food Fest. So wishing them Ramadan Kareem too. So let's start. So today we're making chocolate pots. It's very simple and it's something that you can put together and put away in the fridge and then bake them, a little later, or bake them, eat them. So let me start with, I will point out the ingredients to you. What we need is, we need chocolate, dark chocolate, which is minus 70% cocoa. You could use anything about 60%, that's fine. Then I have butter. I've just cut them in cubes so it just makes it easier to melt. Then I've got sugar. I will tell you the measurements as I'm adding them in. And I've got sugar. You can use cane, white. I have white here. You could even use cane or brown. The texture might be slightly different, but it won't make that much of a difference. Also eggs, white, brown, whatever, but large. Large eggs is what I'm using and that's what works for me. If you're using small eggs, then adjust your ingredients accordingly, but not so much, it's fine. So let's see what else we need. We need a baking dish. So here goes. A baking dish with ramekins. Yeah, so it's easier to pull them out of the oven and put them in, so you don't have to pull out the hot pots with your mittens. It makes it really difficult, so trust me, this makes life easy for you. So you need to grease them and keep them ready. So what I do is I take a pastry brush and just brush the insides and bring them outwards. I've read this somewhere that it makes it easy for the souffle or whatever to rise evenly, but this is not something that we are looking for a lot of rise, so it's fine. It's just to make life easy for you so it doesn't stick to the sides. Yeah, I can't read any of the comments. I will come back to them later because it's a little away from me. Let's start. So what you have to do first things first, is you need to use a bain-marie. This is a method. There's hot water here and there's a glass bowl with the chocolate and the butter which I have melted ahead of time because I wanted it to be a little cool before I use it. So I can get rid of this now. This is good. So here you go. This is, look at this. It's like all melted and really homogeneous. Like the butter is melted into the chocolate really well. That's what you're looking for. It should be shiny and no lumps at all. So I use a glass bowl here so that you could see it properly. It's melted and it's cool to touch. I just kept it in the warm water so it doesn't go too solid. It's cool to touch, so that's what you're looking for because you don't want to scramble your eggs later. So that's that. Or it'll probably curdle a bit, you know, when it's baking. You don't want that. Nobody's looking for scrambled chocolate eggs. There you go. That's ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to break egg one by one. So this is what I do. I break egg one by one into the bowl because you don't want to risk if there's something wrong with the egg, you know. You don't want to mess up everything and have to throw away everything else. So just break one by one, add them to your bowl. That's the second one. It doesn't matter white or brown, they're all the same. As long as you remember to use one size eggs. I've used large, so this recipe works for the large. And I always bake with large eggs, you know, because I've always worked all my recipes out that way. So, here you go. That's the third egg. And quickly, let me wipe my hands. Always. Then, into this, I'm going to add sugar. So the choice of sugar, I leave it to you, but I've used white. I had white. You could use a cane sugar as well. But it's not a lot of sugar, so it's fine. So I'm going to use all of it. That was 50 grams of sugar. So 3 eggs and 50 grams of sugar. And then you start to whisk it. You could use electric handheld whisk, the blender here. I didn't want to make a lot of noise. It's quite noisy. And you know, things go flying sometimes. I don't want that. And whisk it till it's, you know, the sugar has melted well and the egg starts looking a little foamy and frothy. You can hear me, right? I mean, I'm loud enough today. I really can't read anything. It's a little away from me. So yeah, this is a nice, I mean, I really like this because it's not very fussy. It's got eggs, butter, sugar, chocolate, and that's it. I mean, what more do you want? And they're perfect little tiny portions. You could do this even for your guests actually. Now, you know, with Ramadan, you want something a little sweet to celebrate with your family. This is really nice, you know, individual portions. So you don't have to sit and portion things out or anything. Bake them once you've got your dinner ready. Put them in the oven. 20 minutes, forget about it, and then, no, don't forget about it. I mean, you don't want to forget about it. 20 minutes. So what I meant is, like, it's not very fussy. Like, not like a souffle where, you know, you sit with your fingers crossed sometimes. Like, you know, you just pray that it's going to rise well and have that beautiful crown on the top. This is nothing like that. This is just the less fussier cousin of a souffle. I mean, having said that, I love a souffle too, but yeah. So this will take time if you do it with a hand like me, like what I'm doing. But feel free to, I advise you to use a hand blender if you don't want to do this. But it's a good arm workout, so. So how was everybody's Saturday today? I mean, people are still home. The kids are definitely home. But it's day off for the school, so it's a little less work. So that's, you saw, right? I mean, you just need to melt chocolate and butter ahead of time. That was 160 grams of chocolate and 120 grams of butter. I know it seems like a lot, but bear with me. This is like, you can portion them out, make them small portions. You could even get like smaller ramekins and put them, so they're like really cute. And you could serve them with whipped cream and berries, or even ice cream. Or if you're, really enthusiastic, you could probably make like a creme anglaise or something, like a nice custard to go along. But you don't want to add more sugar maybe, but because the chocolate, and it has its own sweetness. I like dark chocolate. I prefer dark chocolate in all my desserts. Very few times I've used milk. Try it with milk. It'll be a little more sweet, so you might need to adjust the sugar there. But this works perfectly, trust me. Okay, so that's good. It's nice and foamy. I will start to mix in the chocolate here. Yeah, I should have used a hand blender, right? But I'm making enough noise. I could have just used that. You know what? Also, once I've done this, I've used a hand blender, and you tend to get a lot of body. Then you need to be really careful about not deflating all that air. Like I said, it's not very fussy, but then if you want to have all that air and the crackly crust on top, that works the best. But I find these really, I like it a little dense and a little gooey in the center. It's not like a lava cake exactly, but it's still gooey in the center, and it's perfect when it's warm. There you go, I think it's ready. I don't know if you can see it. There's a lot of air in this. And it's only 3 eggs, it's just a large bowl that I've used. So let me get this out of the way. This and this is there. So the chocolate is perfect to touch. Oh my god, look at this. I could drink this actually and pretend this was hot chocolate. Whew. Nice. I mean, who else likes chocolate? I don't know. I think there are very few people I know that who don't like chocolate. Okay, here goes. Just mix it in very slowly. Very important here is your chocolate and butter mixture should not be hot, because you don't want to curdle the egg. That's the only thing that you need to really take care of. But otherwise, this is pretty easy to put together. You could have this portioned out of really small oven-proof teacups if you can find. Really cute ones which goes in the oven, and then just serve it up in that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I did not add a lot of air here, so I'm not really worried about deflating it or anything. Oh, let me just add in the vanilla. You could add vanilla. You don't want to add vanilla, it's fine. Sometimes I like to add a little bit of coffee infused, like the espresso powder, which also is very nice. It works really well with chocolate. But you could leave the vanilla out if you are not really fussy. So I have my ladle, which makes it easy for me to pour it into the ramekins. So there you go. Another important thing that you might want to do, might not want to do, I've done both ways, and it doesn't really make a difference. You could put hot water into this dish, into the dish that the ramekin goes in, and halfway through, which helps in keeping it moist on the top. Also, it helps in even heat distribution, which is, I mean, if you don't have an oven which does the fan thing, then maybe that's important for you. I've put very little portion into one. You could go all the way and not do that. I'm so sorry. Accidents happen, Yeah. That's gonna be for me. It's fine. There you go. A little more in this one. In my defense, I had butter on my fingers. I'm sticking to that. Well. Don't put a lot because it's quite rich. So I have more ramekins which are buttered, so I'm gonna put them in this. This is pretty quick, right? I mean, non-fussy. It fixes your chocolate craving. The kids will love it. So yes, so what I was telling you about is put hot water into this dish, and I will show you the difference because I have baked one without and one with. So it didn't make really a lot of difference for me, but it does help sometimes if it depends on your oven. If you feel you need it, go ahead. But always put the dish into the oven and then pour the hot water in the corner so that it doesn't splash everywhere and it's easy to handle. Not a lot though. Let me put this away and show you what I have here. I will bring it closer to the camera. So, there you go. See, you can see I've baked it in the same ramekin. I had put sugar in this just because I thought it was fancy, but you don't need to. But the top is really moist and it's really gooey in the center when it's still warm over here. Oh, it's nice. It's perfect, right? Like quick and yeah. Hi. So yes, let me just go and see the questions. Oh, hi. Hi, Diana. Hi. Babita, I'm cooking, yes, the chocolate pots. Yes. Hi, Veena. Oh, hello everybody for hi, Anika. That was quick. You finished and you joined. It was really sweet. Hi. Hi, Rowena. It's so nice to see you here. You do the same thing, the egg. Nicole, you're talking about the size of the eggs, right? Yes, it is very important actually because it really depends on the liquid content of your dish. So some of the baking, when you're baking with some of the ingredients, I mean, you have to be really careful about the measurements and the liquid content to the fat and the flour and everything. Hi. Oh, friends of friends have joined. That's so sweet. Hi, Aisha. Yes, I know, chocolate pot. But why do you look so pretty? Because I ate the chocolate. He is up. He's banned from the kitchen because he was going to eat all the pots before I was ready for the live. Yeah. Also, nobody has to be licked later. Oh my god, that was embarrassing, but it happens, right? I mean, exactly when people are watching. No, I mean, because it's Ramadan, I didn't want to taste it. Otherwise, I would have called even Shaban to come and do a taste test. But I will post a recipe. It is all ready and typed up. So once I'm done here, I will put it up on the stories, and it's gonna be in my highlights even later. Hi, Shannon. Yes, I was answering Shannon there. Yes, Anthea, I will post. It's all ready. It's gonna be. So if you don't have ramekins, maybe you could maybe bake it in a larger dish or teacups. Like I said, if you have teacups that go in the oven or if they're oven safe, put it in them. It's fine. Like I used different kinds of ramekins because I have bought all of these which are like set of 6 or set of 4, so they're all different, so it doesn't matter. Like as long as you're oven safe, you're good to go. The only thing in a larger dish, maybe it will take longer. So this is, oh, I forgot to tell you to preheat the oven. A good baker always preheats their oven, and I did, just forgot to mention. Preheat your oven to around 170 degrees C, and once it's ready, put the ramekins in, and 20-25 minutes and they are done. I baked them ahead because I didn't want to wait that long for it to be done, and then it's too hot to handle and stuff. So I had baked these just before I started the live. 25 minutes max, and it will look like it's a little undone on the top, but that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a little, and there's no flour in this, so you don't have to be worried about eating raw dough or something. So I hope that helps about the ramekins. Yeah, it's very yeah, you could bake them in these foil cups. Oh, that's like even better, right? I mean, you don't have to do wash up later, but yeah, if you butter these, and they're easy to wash up also later. um I'm gonna put up a nice picture of that later. Anything else? Hi. Yeah, that's that, I guess. So that was quick, and yes, I'll give you the reference for my stylist. She's not very temperamental. She's good. So the chocolate brand I had was a Calibu, um, and I also had another one, which was 70%. So use use whatever you want, as long as it's dark chocolate and 70% or about 60 is good. I generally use a Calibu, and I use a chip, so there's no hassle of chopping them up or anything. But when I say chips, I'm not talking about the Hershey's packet chips, which you get in the supermarket, because they are the waxed ones and they melt very differently according to me. You get the regular curvature baking chocolate, or your chocolate bars that you get if you just want to get like less amount, maybe get it from the supermarket. But yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, you could add a pinch of salt, if you like chocolate and salt together. Don't use salted butter, but use a pinch of salt. Yes, Anthea, I got the Calibu from here. I will put it up later. You can find it online. They're online actually. So where I can't remember the name of the website, but I will tell you. I will put it up later in my stories. Good. I'll remember and do that. What was I saying? I was saying something. Salt, yes. So don't use salted butter. Use unsalted butter, but you could put a pinch of salt. If you really like that little salt and dark chocolate kind of taste, works really well. And especially these work really well when you pull them out of the oven and have like nice cold ice cream or something very simple like a vanilla and some berries. It's like a whole dessert in one. So just bake them in like small ramekins, and they're perfect. Yep. Yes. Oh my god, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me here today. That was really nice. I don't know so many of them, so thanks. Welcome to my page. Oh, that's great. All right then. So, anything else? Anika, you could. Can I lick the bowl? I mean, you'll have to fight me for it, but. Yes. Okay, that's it. I think I don't have any more questions. I can't add you to my live. I'm sorry, Janvi and Kalpana. I can't add you to the live actually here. Um, so, did you like it? Did you like the recipe? It's simple, isn't it? And this is something that you can fall back on for like those quick dinners that you've got planned. Nothing fussy. You can make these up, put them in the ramekins, put them in the oven when you're maybe like ready for dinner, 25 minutes, and they're done. Thanks. All right then. It was nice to be here doing a live for Dubai Calendar and Dubai Food Fest. Good teacher. Oh, please, coming from you, come on. It was nice. Ramadan Kareem to everybody, and I will see you later. Bye. I'm back. I'm trying to save this. I'm trying to save this because I always tend to forget doing that. I'm just trying to figure it out. How? Wait a minute. And